American. Number of Muslims in America. There are approximately 10 million Muslims in America. Number of mosques. The number of mosques in America currently reaches more than 2,700. Islamic organizations in America. 1. American Society of Muslims ASM. 2. Islamic Society of North America ISNA. 3. Islamic Circle of North America ICNA. 4. Islamic Supreme Council of America ISCA. 5. Islamic Assembly of North America IANA. The development of Islam in America. In the 1920s and 1930s, many black people of African American descent chose to convert to Islam as a result of racial problems in the U.S. There are more and more Islamic organizations in America, and U.S. Muslims are starting to enter the world of politics. Existence of immigration. Regulations after mass immigration. In 1924, the United States government then established immigration regulations for Muslims. In this regulation, it is stated that there will be restrictions on immigration, waived by imposing quotas on country of origin or immigrant group origin. However, seeing the continued migration entering the United States, President Lyndon Johnson then abolished the quota system. The development of Islam in America after the 1970s. Initially, Islam was considered the religion of Middle Eastern immigrants. However, gradually, Islam increasingly developed in the United States. Islam flourished in America as a result of the Immigration and Naturalization Act of 1965. It is estimated that more than 1.1 million new Muslims arrived in the United States before the end of the 20th century. The development of Islam in the United States is also evidenced by the establishment of the Islamic Institute in Chicago, which is a project of the International Islamic Conference organization based in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. In Los Angeles, there is also an Islamic Center, which is used as a center for Islamic scholarship and other activities. Increasing factor. The main factor in the increase in the Muslim population in the United States from 2010 to 2015 was migration. As many as 10% of immigrants who come to the United States are Muslim.
Brazil. Number of Muslims. The Brazilian Muslim authorities give the answer that 1,500,000 people, or 0.7% of the total population of Brazil, are followers of Islam. Number of mosques. There are around 150 mosques spread across Brazil, and the number continues to grow. In Sao Paulo itself, the number of mosques is 8 mosques. 7 mosques are Sunni mosques and 1 mosque is a Shia mosque. Islamic organization. The Brazilian Islamic Confederation CIB, the Association of Brazilian Islamic Entities ABA, and the Islamic Union of Brazil UIB. Islamic development. The history of Islam in Brazil begins with the arrival of Africans in the form of slavery. Brazil received 37% of all African slaves traded, amounting to approximately 3 million African people. Some scholars state that Brazil is the American country that received the most African Muslims who had been enslaved. In 1835, in Bahia, Muslims from various nations held a rebellion. The incident had caused many people to be killed. Since then, the Portuguese have taken precautionary measures against Afro-Muslims, including forcing them to adopt the Catholic religion. Until 1900, it was recorded that there were still 10,000 Afro-Muslims living in Brazil. After a period of forced assimilation of Afro-Muslims, the development of Islam in Brazil has entered a new era with the arrival of Middle Eastern Muslim immigrants to this country. Most of them come from Syria and Lebanon. Increasing factor. Brazil is known for maintaining good relations with Arabs and Muslims, not involved in war with Muslim or Arab countries. In addition, Brazil is a country based on freedom, law, and citizenship rights. Arabs, Muslims, and non-Muslims played a large role in Brazil's economic and political progress. There are around 10 to 12 million Brazilians from Arab countries. They enjoy a lot of freedom. The freedoms enjoyed by Arabs in Brazil are more extensive than in other Latin American countries.
Argentina number of Muslims. Argentina is reported to have a Muslim population of 800,000 to 1 million people, or around 1.8%. Number of mosques. There are more than 10 mosques standing in Argentina. Islamic organization. The Islamic Organization of Latin America, ILA, headquartered in Argentina, is considered the most active organization in Latin America in promoting Islamic-affiliated businesses. Islamic development. Islam in Argentina has grown and developed since the 19th century, with the number of Muslims in Argentina continuing to increase over the years. Initially, Muslims in Argentina consisted mainly of immigrants from the Middle East who came to this country to work in the early 20th century. However, over time, the Muslim community in Argentina has grown to become more diversified, including people who have been born and raised in Argentina, as well as immigrants from various other countries around the world. Increasing factor that helps increase the number of Muslims in Argentina is the growth of Muslim immigrants from various countries around the world, especially from countries in the Middle East and North Africa. These immigrants come to Argentina to work or study, and many of them decide to stay in Argentina after they finish working or studying.